So I dug out my GoPros. I finally found one. It was kind of lost in the bottom of a drawer somewhere. And the other one stopped working, quote unquote, stopped working. Not this one. That one's always worked. This is my first. This is my second. I had GoPro Hero 3s. The first one I bought was a Hero 3 Silver or whatever. And then I went to 3 Black, and that was some whatever. And then I bought the 4 Black right off the shelf so I bought this one. And I thought, because that'd be awesome. And I liked the GoPros for a while, and I still do actually. And my issue is that I wanted to do the 3D videos, or at least attempt to try the 3D videos. I actually had the case for the 3D videos. So I got 2 4 Blacks. But I bought this one like a year after I bought this one. But I had this one for quite a while, and I got a lot of videos made on it. And I told a story years ago that I had a quick business trip to Montreal that was kind of a non-planned. And so I came home from work. I grabbed my bag and threw some clothes in it, and I was on my way out the door, wearing my jeans for traveling, and I just grabbed the GoPro that was sitting on the counter, and I put it in my pocket, my jeans pocket. And then I got to the hotel that night, and I took my jeans off, and I threw them in my carry-on, my luggage, my bag, not luggage. I just have a bag, like a gym bag. And then I completely forgot that I had put the GoPro in my pocket. So when I came home 3 days later from Montreal, I didn't use it at all. I took my bag right down to the laundry room, and I dumped everything in the laundry bag into the washing machine, forgetting that the GoPro was in my pocket, still my jeans pants pocket. And I didn't realize my GoPro was in the pants pocket until I was emptying the washer into the dryer, and I picked up all the clothes from the washer. We have a top loader. And then I picked up my clothes, and it just happened to be, when I was picking up my jeans to transfer them to the dryer, that the pants pocket that the GoPro was in, of course, hung out from the pants are upside down basically. So the pocket was the inside material was hanging out, and there's a little square. You can see there was something square in my pocket. And the second I noticed that square, the second I remembered my GoPro in my pocket. And so I reached into the pocket, soaking wet, dripping wet, and well, of course, spin dry. So the washer got them, the jeans, but they were very damp. And of course, it went through the washing machine. So I take the GoPro out, and of course, it wasn't dripping, but it was wet. And I didn't try turning it on, obviously, because I knew it just came out of the washing machine. So instantaneously, I put it in a bag of rice, and then I put it in the back deck in the sun for a day, and then I brought it inside, and then the next morning I put it back in the deck again. I did this for 3 days, and I put the GoPro on the back deck inside a Ziploc full of rice. And after the 3rd day, I took it out of the bag of rice. Of course, the corner was broken off because it went through the wash. And I turned it on, and it turned on. I said, holy crap, the thing turned on. And then I took a video, and then I noticed the video was a little misty. So I knew there was still some water vapor inside the GoPro, inside the lens casing, because that's probably where most of the water would be. And so I put it back in the rice for a couple more days, and I took it out, and it worked perfectly fine ever since then. So flash forward, I mean, I don't know when the GoPros came out, but years ago. Because they're up to 8, 9, or 10. I don't know what they're up to. I stopped buying them at 4 because I'm not going to chase technology. I will not chase technology. But because they got enough of my money. This is the GoPro 3, 3 Plus or 3 Black. So that's already 3 right there. And then I bought 2 more. So 5 cameras, 5 GoPro cameras in the span of a couple of years. And that's it. And I was happy with the 4. As I said, they're up to 8 or 9 now, and I don't care. GoPros make a good camera, but I do most of my camera work from this guy, my phone. So the GoPros are only for scuba diving, because of course I can't take my cell phone scuba diving, even though it was at the bottom of the river one time. Anyway, so this thing, this is before I bought my second GoPro. This happened years ago, before I bought the second one. And I bought the second one to do, as I say, the videos, the 3D videos, as well as to do multiple angles when I'm out somewhere and I needed to do at least 2 camera shots for the same thing to make my nice little videos that if you go back, we have a whole bunch of videos, especially for scuba diving. You know, I have one GoPro and I put on my wrist mount that I have on here, and then I have one in my either on my mask or somewhere else. It's nice to have 2 GoPros just in case one fails when you're halfway down into 60 feet of water. It's perfect. So that's why I had 2 for the longest time, but I only used one for the most part unless there was something specific where I needed to. So, but I haven't used a GoPro. Like, you go back in my videos right now, I haven't used a GoPro in a long time. Sandy and I went on a boat trip, I think last year or the year before, where I took the GoPro with me, and I still have to edit that video. But they sat in a box. And what happened was I realized a couple of weeks ago when I was planning on going camping and I wanted to bring a GoPro because we're going to be in Lake Erie and stuff. This one stopped working. Stopped working properly, I'm going to say. This one still works perfectly fine after going through the wash and being in rice for 5 days. Works perfectly fine. This guy is a pain in the butt. So what happens is that you have to have him plugged in, and that's the only way it'll turn off and on. So right now it'll turn off. That's a fine GoPro sound, and it's now off, and you turn it back on. So you'll turn it back on. And no, so it was working. So this is the problem with this guy. It has stopped working properly, and you have to jiggle with it in order to get it to turn on. So let's try this again. Okay, I just had this ring working. So this is the problem with this guy. It doesn't, oh, I think I have to pop the battery and then pop the battery back in. Let me see if we can do this. I'm trying to do this one-handed, but it doesn't work. When the GoPro put the screen on the back, it made the battery very hard to pull it up. So now it's not gonna work again. I had it working. So now it turns on, right? So it does not, it's fickle. So now it'll work, but if I turn it off again, see if it turns off and turns back on. So now it's off, and now, cross my fingers. See, it's not turning on again. So then I plug it, unplug it, whatever. One of it makes it work, so you have to, anyway, it's a pain in the butt. So it is basically dead to me. It will work after plugging in the wire, unplugging the battery, unplugging the battery, unplugging the wire, whatever it is. There's a combination of events between the battery and the power cord, the charging cord, that makes this thing turn on. And you can leave it on and it'll work. But the second you turn it off, you have to jiggle with it again with the battery and the power cord. This one works perfectly fine. It's my oldest one. It still works just perfect. So this is what I'm going to take camping this week. And I'm going to downsize the rest of this stuff. I have my whole case that I got from my previous company. My friend Bruce gave it to me when he was cleaning out his office. And so it works perfectly well. I have all my little drawers full of stuff. These are the handles, these are the mounts, these are the cases and some floaties. And this is all my connectors, my lenses, covers for the various things. And up here we have some more stuff. You know, just stuff that I've always had with my GoPro. That's why I'm not really interested in going to the latest version, because this thing does a fine job. It does 1080p, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have the 120 FPS at full frames as the newer ones do. It cannot, obviously, it's not supposed to go into water by itself without a case, unlike the new ones that can go down to, 9 feet or whatever, 3 meters, I don't know what it is, without a case. I'm just happy with this, and since I don't use them nearly as much as I used to, having one now going forward until it dies is perfectly acceptable for me. This guy I'm just going to leave in a drawer somewhere and get it out if I ever need to do a 2-camera shot again. But this one, as I say, is fickle to turn off and on, so it'll be fine just going off of this one. But as you can see, it's really banged up. It's got a lot of miles on it. Look at that again from the laundry. But it still works perfectly fine. And So I'm happy with this one, and I'm glad I found it again, because again, I was using it before and I put it in the drawer and I completely forgot which drawer I put it in. So cleaning up tonight, found it again, and now I'm just going to do some cleanups here and get ready for a camping trip tomorrow. So other than that, this is my charging station. It's got the various cables to go to the various things for charging. I still have my battery backpack containers that were instrumental in the GoPro 3, 4, and I don't know how long, but everything is still here. So there you go. I want everybody to stay safe, take care. I'm sure there's going to be some GoPro videos up on the YouTube channel next week, and I will talk to you soon.